Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2.
Turn it back off. All right. Slow Lord of Christ. We at Isupk start off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana, where we teach blacks, Hispanic, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We're not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer Isupk here in Greenville, South Carolina, Simpsonville area. We're teaching the Lashawan Qadash class tonight, like we do every Friday night. We have our Hebrew chart on the left where we teach ancient Hebrew and also the Assyrian Hebrew throughout our captivity when we're in captivity, of course. And we're going to go over some things tonight. See, Officer Shar got the chat in. We're going to go over some things tonight. We're going to talk about the number system before we get started here. Let's see. Let me see something here. Let's see, got Kalatazar. Kalatazar say he can hear me. Appreciate that. All right. The reason I like to go over the number system pretty extensive sometimes because people forget from time to time. Okay. Yeah, people forget from time to time. People forget from time to time what the Hebrew number system insists. I mean, what's in the number system. We're going to go over that. And we're going to start out by saying, like I said, because a lot of people watch the class, and a lot of people got to understand that. Well, let's see, before we get into that. Ooh, turn that down here. All right. All right, appreciate that. And would people like and share the class that we're doing here? We got to understand that in Hebrew, we have to understand how many characters there are. How does Hebrew read right? Always read right to left. And how many characters are there in Hebrew? We go over this because we have people they're learning at different levels, so people have to. How many characters are there in the ancient Hebrew? All right. And how many are there in the Assyrian Hebrew? Because there is a difference. Not much of a difference, but they're the same sounds. But I like to do this when we start off class so people can see that there's a difference. Okay? Like that. All right? There's a certain amount of letters that you use that are consistent with the ancient Hebrews and the Assyrian Hebrew, and they are when we say Abba Gada Hawazaka, I like to go over this before I go over to any other thing in class so people can understand. And we also ask the question, how many vowels are there in Hebrew? And what are they? We go over the vowels. We want to know that also, So let's see who's where. Nayar is watching. Glad to have Nayar checking in. Kalatazar said it's 22 in the ancient Hebrew, 27 in the Syrian. Is that your phone or mine? In the feedback.
I think that's yours.
Is it really? Not mine. Somebody else here. Oh, okay. All right. Lucky for that, we had to do some things here. But anyway, Latazah, that's 22, and I'm pretty sure also Nayar, and that's 22, 27 in the Assyrian. And why are there 22? Why is there a difference? I mean, be able to explain these. There's 22 characters, man, and there's right. Nayar. He says 27 because it's 27 and there's 22. So that means that there's 5 extra ones here. So what are those 5? Why are there 5 and what are they? And that's what we're going to discuss. All right. Okay. And what are they? Kalatazah. Banya Howard says 5 ending characters in Assyrian. Let's clap it up for the brother right there, right? That's 5 ending characters. He's right. And they call them ending characters. I like to go over this, even though it's the same thing, I like to go over it so people can understand that have never seen the class, that are Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Those are our people. This is a class for our people, because we were in captivity, man. A lot of things we don't know. So we're learning, that's 5 ending characters. And he's right. 5 ending characters, man. Slack it. So, name those characters. You guys said before we go into the vowels, let's get into that real quick here. What are those characters? As a matter of fact, I'll put them up here, and you guys tell me what they are. That's 1. And in order from right to left, tell me what they are. You should be able to do that by now. And if you're not, then just pay attention, just kind of look at them. All right? And then ask questions if you have to. We see we have some more troopers checking in. Okay. There's 1, and of course we have like this. All right. There's the other one. All right. So name them. Y'all give me a list. What are these 5 ending characters in Assyrian Hebrew? Because that's it. When we're in front of that king, man, king of Assyria, I mean, he's giving us these ending characters. He wants these in the end of his words. I mean, like heathen kings, man. They took a perfectly good 22 characters. And, okay, let me see what you got. Okay, let's see what y'all have. Let me see what y'all got here. It looks good here. Let me see what y'all got. Nayar has Abagadawa, and let me see. And Kalatazah has La Tazah. And I think Nayar has, I believe it's from right to left, I'm not sure. But I'm going to put down here, Ah, Ba, Ga, Da, and a Wa. Yeah, but that's well, I think Nayar was naming the actual characters on the board, from my chart. But of course, it is Abagadaha wa Zakah. But the Hebrew characters, I think Kalatazah had them all right except for one. Instead of La, it's actually a Ka. Okay? It's actually like this. That is a Ka. So you'll have, and they occur at the end of words for your Syrian. And when you're reading the Hebrew, when we get up here on Sabbath services, it helps you understand. But Nayar, this is what the chart says for your word was Abagada, Ha, Abagada, and then this is a Ha, if you want to say Hebrew alphabet. But the correct way to say the ending character, we want to do the ending characters. Maybe I misnumbered something, said something wrong or different. But this is a Ka. That's what that is. That's a Ka. That's a Ma. That'll carry the end. This is a Na, and this is a Pa, and that's Tazah. That's what I want to show you guys, okay? I want to show you that. That's the difference. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And let's see. And I think Kalatazah, I believe both of you guys know that there's two vowels. What are those two vowels? Come on, talk to me. Two vowels. They look like this and this. Or that. Or that. Right? And what are those two? Somebody tell me what they are. John Wade, state who you are, Slocky. Who are you, John Wade? Let me know who you are, you know. Or you, I'm assuming just state who you are, you know, are you from the tribe of Judah? You know, just let me know. Okay? You're in the class. Let me know who you are. It's okay to be in the class. I'm not sure who you are, but it's okay to be in the class if you're not Isupk, as long as you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, John Wade. And as long as you participate and don't do anything out of the regular. If you don't know, just listen. But if you want to participate, then go ahead, you know. All right? But let me know who you are. Let me know where you're from, whatever. Okay? Ah and the I. Exactly right. So the ah and the ah right here. Ah and the I. That's what those are. The ah and the I. Hold a minute. Razak. What you doing?
Signing in the class.
Oh, okay. Yeah, normally just ask me.
Okay, got it, okay.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, slide
Yeah, you got that?
Come on.
All right, yeah. Concentrate on what you're doing, all right? All right. The ah and the I. And those are the two vowels. Let's see who we have. We have some more. We have Lakamawan. Glad to have you here. We have Radazak. He's come all the way to join us in school. Who was it? We have the Shabbat. Oh, John Wade. Okay. Right. Okay. All right. So I think we let me see. Let me see what we got here. Okay, good. Good. All right, let's get to the real lesson here. I mean, the other part of the lesson. I won't say real. Let's get to the other part of the lesson. Let's put it that way. It's all real lesson. All right, let's see. So everybody understand this pretty much. And if I was to give an example of an ending character, I would say something like Rataza, which means earth, right? Means the earth, okay? If that's the case, to write Arataza, you would say well, if we're gonna spell it in Assyrian, we're gonna bring out that ending character, it would be something like this, right? Like this. Okay? Be then you have Ra. Something like that. Well, let's make that a little better than that. Okay. Like that. Okay, Ara, and then you have Tazah. You'll have this ending character right here. And that's what you want. That's where the ending character comes in. Because normally that Tazah looks like this. Okay? That's what a Tazah looks like. Normally. Okay? Right? Just like that. Okay? And that's how you know it's like an ending character. Let's see what we got here. John, let's see, Kalatazar, right. Yeah, just say to the right. What do you mean Kalatazar right? You mean like, are you saying Khan? Is that what you're saying? Or use Hebrew? All right? Use Hebrew, man. You're a soldier. Say Khan. I'm just, let's see who else. Let's see who we have in our YouTube chat. Hold a minute. I'm just kind of looking to see what our brothers have here. Let's see if our brothers and sisters, what we have here. Like I said, like and share the class. That's what you want to do, right? Like and share the class, man. Get involved with the class. Live chats over here. Okay, and then we're getting ready to get into the okay. All right, we're getting ready to get into the number system here in just a second here. Okay? All right. All right. Okay. But anyway, that's how you write some of the ending characters. And if I was to write another ending character, just one more before we get into class here, to our regular class, kind of like so people can see, get a little taste of what Lashawan Qadash is really doing. In the Assyrian language, they have some, here's another ending character that they use at the end of a word. All right? I use a word like, see, what do we do? Zarai, which means seed. Okay? You have za. And of course, we write Hebrew from right to left. So that's why I start over here, right? So, do I need to do that? We're going to write it in Assyrian. That's like a za, right? That's like this. Za. And then of course you have Rai, like this. And then you have like this. That's the word. So you have za, Rai. That's the Hebrew. And that right there, I didn't mean that. This I didn't mean Zarai. That's not an ending character. Let's use another one. Let's use another one like, let's use this one. Khan. What I was thinking. Let's use Khan in Hebrew. Let's use a Khan in Hebrew. Let's try this right here. Like this. Ka. Okay? Like that. And then we want to have na. Okay? That's the Assyrian right there for the word Khan, which means yes, of course. You know, we know that means yes, right? So, of course, if we write it in this is Assyrian for it. Assyrian. That's the Assyrian way of writing that word yes. And that in there is the difference. Now, if I was going to write that in normal, the normal way of writing it, an in would be like this. Like that. Something like that. Okay? But we don't need this. We need this in because that is the ending character. That's why we do it that way, okay? All right, I just wanted you guys to show that right there. So let's go on the board here. I want you guys to get your pencil and paper, and you know, we don't have the chat up running. We get some more people here. We're gonna write out. Let's do this word here. What is this word right here? Here's a word. I want you guys to look at this word and transliterate that word in Hebrew. It is in the ancient Hebrew. Here's a word and it have connectors. We have, if you guys don't know what connectors are, they look like that. Okay? And what do those connectors mean? You have the upside down connector means it's an independent connector. Independent. Okay? Connector. Right? All right? This is a dependent connector, right? That's what they are. And that's what we have here underneath these words right here. I want you guys to tell me what this word is. In Hebrew, it is in the ancient Hebrew, using these connectors. Now, what a connector is if you have a upside down U, if you have let's go to this one first. If you have an upside down U, that means that sound gets an independent sound by itself. Over here, if you want to make a blend of two letters or two sounds, like this and that, you got to tell me what they are. Then you would have to use the dependent connector. That's why we have this upside down, the U underneath those two connectors. Okay, and over here, this is joining that sound and that sound together, so you have a dependent connector. That's a little U. And the same with this, but we're going to concentrate on this right here. I want you guys to work with the arrow, pointing to it like that. I want you guys to tell me what this word is. Draw it out. That word right there. What is that word? I'll wait for you. We don't have time. All right, let's see. You said Ibartha. It's got Ibar. Close. Matah's watching. Glad you checked in, Matah. Matah Yala, one of our troopers there. Okay. All right. You have, let's see. I believe you might have that. Let's see. Let's get this connectors out here. Let's find out what this word is. So you guys understand what connectors and independent connectors are. Because that's what we're going to be using in class. Sometimes I'll go over the Syrian, but when I'm going over the words, I like to use the ancient Hebrew because it's a lot easier. That makes sense? So he has a word over here. He says, I-bar. What else you have? I-bar. Isupk. That's what he has written down. Let's see if we can figure this out. That's what I believe one of the troopers have, Qadash. Right. Anybody else? Let's make sure he's right. Let's see if he's right or wrong. Looking good, but let's see if it's right or wrong. Let's see somebody else. He has this right here. This word this word right here. Let's find out what is that word. What is that word? Anybody else? We'll give you a few more seconds here. People who want to know, you know. Iron minds want to know. Let's figure it out. Lock. I'll give you 15, maybe 30 more seconds, because I mean, you know, it's a Friday night. People drinking their yayan and their Isupk mayan, that water and that yayan, man, and whatever else you're drinking is strong. And I know you guys taking your time. I know that. So let's see what you got here. One of the troopers got a word down. Let's find out. All right. Let me check the, what's that, the other chat? Let me see here. See what somebody else got, I guess. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. All right, let's address this. Let's see what he has here. He has I, then he has bar, right? Okay, then he has a ya, but then he puts a tha there. So let's, why not write it like this? That's the way that should be written, just like that. Because you're forgetting the ah here. The tha, you need to drop that right there. But that's close enough. I mean, when you, as far as me being able to correct it, it's a bariyaf. And what does a bariyaf mean, man? Anybody in the chat know what a bariyaf is? When you say I bariyaf, what is that? What is Abariyaf? We say Abariyaf. Well, we got Kalataza, Mata, Rataza, Lakamawan, okay. Yeah, all the way down there in South Carolina, New Columbia there. Okay. Ibariyaf, what you do is, but that's that word right there. What does that word mean? Give you guys a few more seconds to more people to write there to see. I'm going to tell you what that word means here in a second. Okay? Barif means, for the sake of time there, it means Hebrew. Okay? All right? It just means Hebrew. Okay? Barif. All right? That's what transliteration is. Okay, try this one right here. Let's try this arrow. Point to this word right here. Tell me what this word is. What does it look like in English? That transliteration right there. Tell me what that word is. The next one there. All right? Let me see what you got. Yeah, exactly, Qadash. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take a lot of time to get things exactly right, but the point is you're trying there. Check this one out. Do this one right here. Do this word. I mean, we go over this week to week. You normally does a good job. Do a good job. Okay. All right. I may have put that one in there. Let me see. Let me check it out. Yeah, I did put that down wrong. Yeah. Change this one right here. Who's ever doing this? I did that. Slocky. There we go. Try that. There we go. Do that one over again. Yeah. Kamawan, Radazag Mata, Latazal. Check this one out. Do that word right there. Tell me what that word is. Slocky, I admit, cause was a mistake, but I changed it to that letter or that sound. Okay. Yeah, that's a whole lot better. Let's clap it up for that. That looks a little better. I'll buy that. That's something that pardon my mistake right there. But I believe you have down this right here. Yum. Okay. All right. Manayam. Okay. So we have that word means number. Okay. Put this. And anytime we add a new word in class, put that down in your vocabulary. You know, always add it. In this case, it's numbers because we pluralize it with yum. It's manayam. I baryaf, manayam. Baryaf, manayam. It means the Hebrew numbers. That's what it means. Loosely translated, more figuratively, that's what the word means. So, let's go down this thing here. Anyway, we'll wait for people to go ahead and write that down. We'll go ahead and for people to write it down, and then we'll move on here. We'll go over some numbers. Okay? Give me about 10 more seconds there, then we'll go over a few more numbers in class. I think last week, it might have been a month ago, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, I can't remember. Well, we counted up to, I don't know, 1,000? I don't remember. Or further. Okay? But it's Ibariev means, Ibariev Manayam. That's what that is. It means Hebrew numbers, okay? Alright. You guys got that? Put it in your vocabulary. Well, let's find out then. Well, let's go over the basic here. And for the sake of not mixing things up, you guys just, just tell me how you write number 1. It starts with an A. Well, in that case, like that. Okay, what's that first? How do you say the number 1 in Hebrew? That's what I'm after. How do you say that? And Ibariev Manayam. In your Hebrew numbers, how do you say the number 1? Let's see. Okay. You guys give yourself some time there. All right. But we'll go ahead and give you the first one there. Akkad. That's like the first one, right? All right, let's see. Number 2. Number 2. Tell me what that is. How you say that? In Hebrew. Plus, once I go through the 10, then I'm going to mix it up and see how well you guys really know your numbers. Okay? Well, anyway, we'll go through them, We'll wait. People might have walked away. Right? Akkad Shanya. Then we say, what? Like this. What's number 3? Right? That's what we want to know. Number 3. Like I said, we're going over the Ibariev Manayam, the Hebrew number system. Akkad, Shanya. What else? So let's go from there. Shah is a shalash, isn't it? Yeah, something like that. And then we have 4. Starts with an A. Right? A-H. And that'd be Arabah. Like that. So far we have Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabah. What's 5? Anybody? Okay. Give you a few seconds. Maybe y'all guys catching up with me. Challenge yourself. Put all your papers away and or use your notes if you need to. But that's the way you learn. You should be able to do this by heart. So when people talking to you and they say they want 3 horses, they say shalosh. You know? You'll know the number for that, right? Okay? So 5, all right? Kad, Shadiyah, Shalash, Arabai. All right? Ka, which is the full ka. That's a whole sound right there. Ka, you want to say kamash. It means 5. And you'll see these words written in the Tanakh when we read them in Sabbath service. Kamash, that's what it means, okay? That's what you want. Kamash. All right? 5, and of course, what's 6? See if you guys can get that. We'll give you a few seconds, okay? Yeah. Okay. 6 starts off like this. Sha. I'm sorry. Yeah, sha. That's right. It's locked. There we go. And of course we have, we'll go back up here, we'll go to the top here. That's sha. Let's go over here on this side. 7. What's that? Guys, take your time. I know people from time to time have to get away and go check on some things. 7. So we're going to say Shah, Shabbat. Believe that's it. Almost like Sabbath, you know, Shabbat, Shabbat. Then you have 8. Here's one that's real hard, right? For new beginners, you know, if people's been watching this for a while, put this in your notes, because I'm going to mix it up for a while. And Baria, Manayam. Now Hebrew numbers, that's what you want, you know? Okay, Shabbat, then what you want? Shah, Ma, Wa, then you want to say Na. And that's like, if you were to write this word out here in Hebrew, we're going to write it like that. Shah, then we're going to say Ma, Shama, like that. Okay? Shama, then we're going to say the Wa. Yeah. Like a little slingshot. Like that. Shama, Wa. Then you want to say Na. Like that. Na, and then you want to say Ha. On the end. Make sure I'm right. Yeah, that's right. And then you want to put a dependent connector with that, because you want this sound to sound up. You want this na sound right here. That's what this is. Let's make this N quite right. That looks like a Y. Let's make it look right. Like that's a little better, right? Okay? Okay? Sha, Ma, Wa, Na, which means 8. That's what it means in Hebrew, okay? And of course, to spell them, let's do 9. And then if you guys are still listening, at least write it in your notes, right? We need some room up here. Let's do it this way. Number 9. Like that, okay? Maybe you guys catch up with me, write all this stuff down here. So I've written kind of one of them out in Hebrew. All right, so we have Akkad, Shanya, Shalash, Aravai, Kamash, Shashah. Then we have Shabai, Shamawana, okay? All right. So you guys catch up with that. Okay. Guys, go ahead and write that down. Okay. All right. You guys caught up with me there? Okay, so we're gonna write what? The shot. That's right. Shot, and then we have 10. Let's see if I did this right. Shabai, Shasha, Shabai, Shamuanath, the Shah, and I Shah Ra. Okay, that's your basic 10. Now we can play with them a little bit and mix them up and get some different numbers out of these, right? Out of the Adbari of Manayam, the Hebrew number system, right? That's what that is. Those are your basic 10 numbers, because if you know these 10 right here, just like in this wicked America we live in right now that stole our number system from us. If you can write them, then you can write just about any number, you know? That's what I'm getting at, okay? All right? Okay, so we got that down, right? So, if I was to write a word like, we'll put one up here. We'll put a word up here. Go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. We put a word like, let's say if we say, we know 10, so we say 11. How would you write 11 in Hebrew? I mean, how would you do that? We're going to build up here. How would I write 11? Okay, give you a few seconds, guys. The participants here. How would I do that? How would I write 11? Because, I mean, you know, I got Asherah, okay? Asherah, okay? And then I have 1. So, how would I write 11? I mean, you can say, what is 11? 11 is 1 plus 10, right? So we say 1 plus 10. So we say Akkad, We can do it that way. There's another way to write that number 1 there. Akkad Asherah. Right? There we go. Sloppy, that's kind of mixed up there. There we go. There. Akkad Asherah. Okay? Alright? So if I was to write something like, it sharpens your skills to know these. If you already know them, then that's fine. I understand that. If I were to write, and of course, 12, 13, or we'll write, let's say if we write 14. Right? You all right? Okay. If we write a number, if we write a manayam or a number, that's how you say number in Hebrew, mana. But if we say numbers, we say manayam. We pluralize the mana. So it's manayam. You good?
Kind of.
All right. Let's lock it. You guys figure out how to write number 14. Be right back. A few seconds here. All right. All right. All right. So, so the correct way to the correct way to write that, Akkad Asherah, of course. Then you want to say, well, how would you write 14? You know? Well, 4 you would say Arabah, right? So, you know, and so what is 14? Well, it's 4 plus 10, right? So that's what? Arabah? Asherah. Right? That's as easy as that. That's how you do that. And of course it goes on and on. And we'll move to we'll move from that. When you go all the way from 10 all the way to 20, and then you want to write something like let's say 20. 20 is what? It's 10 plus 10. So how will we write that? Anybody in the chat? Check with me. In the chat, let me know. How would you do that? Okay, guys, tell me, how do you write 20 in the Hebrew? That's what we want to know. Okay? So basically 20 is a little different. You wouldn't say Asheriyah, Asheriyah. You wouldn't do this. Oops. You wouldn't do this. I mean, everybody looks at that sometimes like, oh, okay. But you would do something like this. What we do normally, we take this 10, and that's exactly how everybody in the world is copied off of us. And we simply put a yam on the end of it, which means you pluralize the 10. If you pluralize the 10, which that's what this is saying, 10 plus 10, right? Then that means yam. So you say Asherayam, Asherayam, instead of saying Asherah, right? No, we don't do that. We do this. Okay? That's how we do that. That makes sense? Makes better sense, right? All right, I'm gonna give you guys, you guys got the basic numbers, so I'm gonna give you about 2 of them up here to do. And then I'm gonna let you guys work on your own right there. See what you come up with. Since you're there, 20, right? Since we're on 20, I mean, if I said 24 and 26, how would you say them in Hebrew? I'll give you guys time. Take a look at them, right? 24 and 26. Tell me what you got. Tell me what you got for 24 and 26. How would you do that? You tell me. I'll sit down here and wait. Right? Tell me what's going on. Give you guys about, every bit about 35, 40 seconds. A minute if you need it. Let me know. Okay? Guys, take your time, get it right, do the best you can on it. Time. Give you about 10 more seconds here. What we're trying to do is write out in the Hebrew system, or the Abariyah Manayam, what we got there. So 24 and 26, what does that look like? Okay, let's figure out what we got here. Let's figure out what we got. 20, right? So that's 4 plus 20, right? Now, how do we establish how to write 20 before? What did we say? Anybody? We said, if I'm not mistaken, we said Asharayam. Right? Asharayam. That means 20. And all you got to do is just take the 4 over here and say Arabah. Right? Arabai. Well, we'll put some room in here. Right? 26 is the same thing. We said, because 20 is already pluralized. Asharayam. Ashariyah is the base word. That's what you want to know. Yum, it makes it plural. So you got 2 tens is what that means. So you already got it. You got Asharayam. So you simply say, I'm just kind of making it easy for you guys here. Right? Okay, so what's 6? So that's what? 6 plus 20? So what is 6? Shasha. So we say Sha, Asharayam, right? And that makes it official now, don't it? Right?
Okay.
Let's clap it up, right? Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. Clap it up. Right, exactly. Okay? And that's the basic. All right, I'm gonna give you another one. Give you a little harder one here. But basically, if it's 20, it's Asharayam. And since we've already, hope you guys wrote that down. Since we already wrote it down, I didn't want to erase these base words off here, base numbers. Just letting you know how this works, all right? So if I said 70, I'm going to say 73. 73. And there again, we're doing the Ibaryath, Ma, Na, Yum. Okay? All right, so if I was to do 73 and 85, y'all write them out for me. That's what you want to do. 73 and 85, okay? Go ahead. Take your time. Give you guys a few seconds to do that. Take your time and list it right. Do what you got to do to get it right, you know. Okay. Take your time. Take your time and get that right now. Give you a few more seconds here before I come over there and show y'all something, how to write it. Let me see what you got. See what y'all made of.
It's like yellow. Can I take a crack at it?
Hmm?
Can I take a crack at it?
What you got? You ready? You wanna put it on the board? You wanna draw it on the board?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead. Here you go. Trooper Radazak wants to go ahead and take a crack at 73 and 85. Go ahead, take your time. Absolutely. I won't stop progress. Got it? What you got? What am I looking at here? Isupk. 7 is Shabbai, right?
Yeah.
You wanna say? Alright. Got it. What about the next one?
Oh, next
You don't wanna do that one? I mean, I'll put it down here so we have some room, right?
Okay.
Alright. Let's see what you got. You said Isupk Shayam. Well, you know there's no U right?
Yeah, come on.
It's Yam if anything, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
so 70. So what is 7? This is how I used to do it. 70 is 3 plus 70, right? Right?
Come on.
So what is 3? How we write 3? Shalash, right?
Shalash. Come on.
Shalash, right? So you know 3 is that. So now we gotta write 70, right?
Come on.
So 70 is Shabbai, right?
Come on.
Shabbai, but you have to put a yam if you're keeping in tune with if you're keeping in tune with the 20s. Like Asheriyam, that's 20. Well, Shabbayim is 70. Because all we're doing is, you follow me?
Come on.
And then 3, Shalash is 3. And there you go. So that's that word. Now we'll give you a chance to do 85, right?
85.
Think about it. Write it down on your notes.
Convict.
Huh?
So
I mean,
convict.
write these are fun. But take your time. We'll take your time. Then we'll let you write it on the board, right? Take your time. Based off that logic, right? What did I say? Shabayim is 70, right? So what do you think 80 is? And what do you think? You follow me? Go. Give me 85. Give me 85. Right? Take your time. Write them down in class, and I mean that's how I used to do it. Write it down in class and go from there. Take your time until you can get it right.
I think I'll take a crack at it.
Take a crack at it. Go ahead.
If you don't mind, out of one.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take a crack at it. Look like my other troopers over there. Look like they going to get some wine or mayam, some water, which is cool. I understand. Take your time. And remember, we're right Hebrew from right to left, right?
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Take your time. Got it? Oh. Thought you had that on. You forgot that? Alright, good. Alright, go ahead. Oh, you got it on the board?
Put on my car.
Alright, you sure? Check it over. You know, just make sure before I move on it. You know? Take your time. Okay, got it?
Yeah, I think that's.
Alright, let me look. Let me see what you got. You got the, okay, alright, what? Alright, let's see what you got. You got Kawash, but it's Kamash, right?
Oh, Salakia.
That's not a problem. Let's see. You keep wanting to put this U in here.
That's an A. Sorry.
Is that what that is?
Come on,
Okay,
God.
yeah, you gotta make sure when you do something like that. I think what you're doing, you're trying to do this little like that,
Kind of what guy.
and you leaving it open like that.
Kind of kind.
Not a Hebrew class. Nah, I mean,
Slovakia.
we got to make sure because people watching, right?
Kind of
So it's not a problem. I can see it. That's an A, right?
Kind of kind.
Okay. I mean, I make mistakes all the time. Kamash, Shama, Wanayam. What's wrong with that? When you put that yam on the end, explain it to me.
It's plural, right?
It's plural. So you're basically using a system of tens, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. We're saying the yam, the same thing we did for 20. Asheriyam, Shama Wanayam. Same thing. Kamash, so clap it up for truth. Right? That's exactly right. That's what you want to get a snag and another since you're on a roll.
Oh yeah, I'll take a crack at another one. Out of one.
I'll give you another two of them. Since you're on a roll, since you're there, so I'm doing what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's give you this one right here. Take your time. And it's always good to write them out. Whatever you want to do, go on the board or write them out on the paper. Okay? Take your time. Sloppy.
I think I got it. Out of one.
Got it? All right, I'm gonna check it out here in a second. Checked it out, right?
Kind of one con.
Believe you got it.
Kind of one con.
All right. Give people in the chat a chance to catch up a little bit. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have. Shalosh, I say, let's do the top one first. 92, right? Shanya, right? Lashayim. Lashayim is 90, right? That's right. That's 90. We know that. Shanya, right? Shanya is what? 2? And you put the big number at the bottom and the first number in front. That's what I do anyway.
Okay.
Because what you're saying 2 and 90. So we write Hebrew from really from right to left, so we say 92.
Kind of what kind?
But I mean, you know, we write it that way. That's why I write it sort of down like that in English, right? Shanya, 2, that looks right. And then Shabayim, what's Shabai? 7, I'm sorry. And Shalash is 3. So that looks right. So that's a 6, that's a 3, right? That's a 70, right? So what's wrong with that? Nothing's. Clap it up for the truth. Let's see. Nayar. I think Nayar joined us back. He done led. Yeah, Nayar has it right. Shanyar the Shayim. What do you got? What do you got right there? Do me a favor. And all right. So Nayar has it right. So we clap it up for Nayar and Razak. Exactly right. All right. We're gonna put 2 more up here. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, both of them had it right. It is good to go over these. If you already know them or not, it's best to just keep going over them until you get them down pat and you'll understand. The more Hebrew you, Abaria, Mananiyam, you learn, all right? So let's do this one. Let's do those 2. Give you guys a chance to do those. That's 63 and 49, the yard, and Lakamawan, and all right. Okay. All right. Take your time and write 63 and 49. That's what we're after. Okay? Okay, so you think you got it? Think you understand the right up?
Kind of what kind?
All right, take your time. Now, Yar had it. Both of y'all had it right. Now he has. Now Yar already have something. We'll let everybody. He's got one of them. Let's see. I don't know if it's right or not, but he probably he may. Let me see. He may be right. I know he's got something down. I'll look at it. We're gonna do. Let me see. Yeah, he got that right. You know, he's memorizing these. He's getting these right. Lots. Shy. Arabian. Shy. Gotta figure. Let's see. Yeah, Nayar, he's got it. What do you think? Let's see. We'll wait. You got it. What do you think, Radazak? You working on it?
Kind of what kind?
Oh, this is yours. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's write up there what it is. You think you understand?
Couldn't work out.
All right. We got, what, 63 and 49, right?
Couldn't work
We're
out.
going to write the numbers on there, or the manayam, right? So, how we do that? That's 63, right? So that's 3 plus 60, right?
Couldn't work
So
out.
how do you write 60? Sha what?
Shayum. Shashayum.
Shashayam. There we go. A little funky end, but we're gonna get it right. M, I mean. Okay? Shashayam, right? All right, then what's 3?
Shalash.
So what's wrong with that? 63, right?
Couldn't work
All
out.
right, can you write this? Can you write the 49? Let's see, I believe the yard got that one right too. Let's see. Yeah, Nayar has that one right, and he has the other one. He has, I'll wait till you write it down. Seems like he's got them both. Huh. So you got, explain what you got. Go up there and explain it.
Alright. So what we got here, Arabah,
Yeah,
that is 4.
it is.
And Dashayum
Mm-hmm.
is 90, actually, with the yum.
Right above it. That's exactly right. You did right. 90. Right above the 90 there. So the audience was there. Yeah, or below it, either one, it don't matter. That's 90, right? So what's Araba? 4. So let's think about it for a second now. Is that right? Do we need something wrong there, right?
Something wrong?
Yeah. Do we need 90?
Oh, nah. Oh, I'm looking at it all crazy.
And I think Nayar, you too. Change yours, Nayar. I believe y'all.
Ooh, looking at this all crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, hey, it happens. You write the shy. Y'all looking at it like, I've done it before many times. So that's the reason why I say always write the numbers above you never miss. So for shy, what? You want to write it, always write from right to left, write it, Hebrew, like you want to say it in English, right? Okay. All right. Okay. That makes sense? Arabah. Arabayam. That's 40. That's right. And the that's right. That would be right. There you go. So you had it backwards. Y'all did okay. You just had it backwards. That's all. And I'll give you credit for that. Just turn it around, right? And sometimes, not only did you have it backwards, sometimes you made the 9, the 90, and the 40, and the 4, the 4 instead of, you got, and it can get confused easily. All right. Okay. So that's good. We're gonna give you a couple more. I want you to do something else. All right.
Couldn't work out.
All right. We'll give you. Let me see. Let's see. We still got Nayar, Lakamawan, the Kalatazar, the audience. I don't know what happened to our women tonight. They normally here, and we have Trooper. Tonight we have Trooper Ratazak in class. If I do this one right here, here's one. 38, 22. Okay. Alright. 38, 22. Y'all work on that. All right, let's see what you got. There you are. Let's see. 38. Let's see what y'all got over there. Kalatazar. All right, let's see what y'all can do with 38 and 22. Write those down. I mean, sometimes it's not always as easy as it seems, right? Sometimes. It's a lot. There we go. Let's see what y'all got in the chat here. Yeah, Nayar, you saw what you done, right? You have the Shah Arabayim. You sort of had it. I do that sometimes myself. But anyway, Arabayim would be 40 and 9, so that would be correct. Slakia. Arabayim is 40 and 9, so we did that one right. Okay. Kalatazar, Shanyar, Thasi, the Shayam, Salash. Okay. Okay, y'all go ahead and do this one right here. Work on work on 38 and 22. Put it in the chat. Let me know what you got. All right, 38 and 22. Okay? Let's see what you got in 38 and 22. These two. In other words, y'all take your time to write from right to left. what these numbers are the Abariyah, Manayam. Okay? Abariyah, Manayam. That's what I want. Alright? Okay? Y'all take the time. And write that down right. We'll wait for you in the chat. Okay? And like I said, all of these are based off, if you write 38 and 22, you have to pluralize, of course, the tens. That's all you're doing, and of course, write the other number, or the other manayam, okay? So, but in Hebrew, or Abariyah, or Eber, as is Abariyah, Abariyah manayam. That's our Hebrew number system. So we go 1 all the way up to 10. So Yakad, Shanya, Shalash, Arabai, Kamash, Shah, Shabai, Shamawana, Shama, Wana, okay? The Shai, Asherah. And you use those, and of course, if you remember what we talked about when you got to 20, then you just count off with 20, 40, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and of course, we'll write out 100 here. We'll get you guys in a second here, in a little bit here. As soon as you write these two, we'll go to show you guys what 100 is. All right? Come on, Kalatazar. Come on, man. You got it. I mean, I know you probably stopped off to get a little water. Nayar, come on. You only got a few more minutes here. Hang in there. All right, tell me what 38 and 22 is. Write it in the chat. In the Hebrew, or in the Abariyah, then the Hebrew number, Abariyah Manayam. Hebrew numbers. We got all the base 10 here, and that's all you need is the base 10. That's why I'm doing this, to prove that once you memorize this base 10, you'll know how to count up to 100. We can count to 100, then you can count to 1,000. You can count to then you can count to you can go through all your hundreds, 999, and then count to 1,000. But that's what I want you guys to do, okay? But right now, all I want you to do is give me 38 and 22. We'll give you a few more seconds. That's what I want you guys to do. That's what I want you guys to do. All right? Take your time. Take your time and write it neatly. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna see, you guys are getting restless on here. Let's do 38, right? 38 is 30. We're gonna write it backwards, so we're gonna have to say 30 plus 8. So how do you write 30 in Hebrew? Whereas shalash, but to pluralize it, lash yum, right? Like that. Shalashim is 30, right? And then of course you have to write 8. So that's a big letter there, 38. So we're gonna have to write Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. Did I do that right? Yeah. Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. Okay? Sha, Ma, Wa, Na. And of course 22. I don't know if you guys have done that one in the chat. Let's see. 22. Did we do that? Oh, y'all still out there drinking water and wine. Mayam and yayan. Okay? So we say 20. So we say Ashariyam, right? Because that's how you write it. Asharayam. Okay? That's 20. That is 20. Remember that pluralizing, that's what does it. That's what the heathens did. That's what they did, took our language and copied it, and they pluralized it. But that's the original letter. That's from the Most High right there. That's how you know your Isupk, because we understand the Hebrew language, or the Abariyah, okay, or the Lashawan Qadash, okay? We understand the number system, Bariyaf Maniyam, right? Bariyaf Maniyam. Okay, so 20. So we write 2. So 2 is Shanya. Just like that. That's 2. Of course, that's 8. And that's how you get those right there. I'll explain that. I mean, you guys write that in your notes, make sure, because if you can do one of them, you'll understand the base system of a number system. That's important to understand that right there. All right. So anybody in the chat? Let's see. That's 38. Anybody in the chat know how to write 100? How do you write 100? Take your time. Let me see. I'm gonna write 100. What is the base word or base number, or maniyam or mana number for if you want to write 100? Right? Anybody remember? I'll let you guys take your time. I want to know, how do you write 100 in Hebrew or Abariyah? How do you do that? See if y'all remember. Latazah, Nayar, Lakamawan, Latazah. All the troopers should know that. Right? Or your Hebrew, or your Abariyah. That's the number system. Because you would have to go with a number system every once in a while. We have to go with it so you guys can understand it. Because if after a while you put your notes down, you'll forget it. And that's what we're doing here. Okay? So we write Akkad, Shanya, Shanlash, Arabai, Kamash, Shasha, Shabai, Shamawana, Dashai, Asherah. So how do we, and we count up to 20, we say Asheriyam, then we say Shanyayam. I'm sorry. Asheriyam for 20. Shalashyam, Arabayam, Kamashyam, Shashayam, Shabayam, Shamawanayam, right? Then we say Thashayam and Asherayam. And that's how you count up to 90. I'm sorry. Let me back up. Shabayam, Shamawanayam, the Shayam, and then of course Asherayam is 20. But then how would you say 100? Because we say 9 is the Shayam, right? But then after that, that's 90. I mean, if you want to say the Shy is 9, but if you want to say 90, you say the Shayam. But how would you say 100? It starts with the M. If anybody's in the chat, tell me. And of course, I want to know, since y'all know that, I want to know, well, what is 1,000? What's 1,000? Tell me what that is. Okay, and that starts with an A, a ah sound, like this. Because we ain't got time to count in there. Next time I'll start at 100 and we'll go from there. And we'll go to bigger numbers. All right? And I would like to use some of these as sentences because a lot of time when we read the Tanakh, a lot of these numbers are in the sentences. That's why we're doing them in the first place. In some of the sentences we do, they say maybe the 7th day, you know. They may say Shabbai, you know. They may say that. So that's the reason why we use them, you know. That's the whole point of doing this. To get you familiar, because you'll know what some of these things mean and what they are, and that's the point. So, I'll give you a few more seconds there if you guys can understand that. Right here, let me show you. All right, 100 is ma'ah, and 1,000 is alap. Okay. And that's I just want you guys to understand that. Make sure you write that on the board. Write that out. Make sure you guys understand that. Real good. Okay. All right. Okay. See, we're going to read some Hebrew announcements. Let's see here. Let me get it. All right. We're going to read Hebrew announcements. Since we finished with class, we'll clap it up for class. All right. And just letting you know what we got on the board is the number system, or the Hebrew number system. You know, the Bariyaf, Abariyaf, Manayam. Okay, that's the Hebrew, or the Lashawan Qadash way of saying. It is the Lashawan Qadash for Hebrew number. And of course, we go through the first 10 and we went all the way to 100, really. All right? And we're going to go to 1,000 at some point in time. Maybe not next week. All right? But it's good that you guys understood that. But our security announcements. We are the Isupk Start Off 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to the brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free will offering for the priests, not mandatory. Whatever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, we have one coming up this week called the Feast of Tabernacle. The 15th day of the 7th month for 8 days. Sunday the 9th, Monday 17th, October 20 to 22, Leviticus 23, 34, and 44, and the close of the Feast of Tabernacles. So we will start the Feast of Tabernacles at the beginning. Sunday the 9th, Monday the 17th, and it'll go all the way to Monday the 17th, October 20 and 22, Leviticus 23 and 34. We will have a feast on Sunday the 9th. And then of course we will have one at the end of the feast, Monday the 17th. That is the correct way of doing it. All right? And then we'll remind Akim and Akwaf to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. For that we say, Shalom.